so fetch.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kaiya, and today we are going to be listening to the melodic death metal band In Flames. This band won one of our weekly polls, and it's finally time for us to do a 5-song discography deep dive, girl. So I'm very much here for it. Y'all have been requesting In Flames for a really long time, and actually, In Flames was featured in the very first weekly poll we ever did, but they lost so hard. Very, very hard. But now their time has finally come. So we got 5 different songs from 5 different years, girl. Different albums. I've heard all across the board that In Flames changed their sound and have a ton of music in their discography. So we'll jump back in and do some more In Flames further on in the metal journey. But for now, we're just going to get a little taste, okay? Just a little taste. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please feel free to do so. I post weekly videos. We would love to have you on this metal journey. We are diving into so many different bands, and it's really, really fun. If you want to join an awesome Discord community, you can join the Mosh Pit, which there's an invite link down below in the description. Another amazing, great community of people. And also, I do have metal unboxing videos if you want to feature something to be if you want to send something to be featured in that video, there's a PO box in the description. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and listen to In Flames. So the first song we're going to be listening to is called Moonshield from their 1996 record From the Jester Race. Impressions right off the bat, I'm getting based on my 30 rank video, I'm getting Mastodon vibes, but this is so like tasty. I love the way that this is. The drums kind of match the same vibes. Like the drums in this song match the same sort of like reverberation kind of drums that Mastodon had. But I really like this vibe so far, and this like lick that they have. It's kind of like a walk down sort of thing that they're doing. Super tasty licks, and also it's very medieval, very layered, all these different like acoustic guitars and everything. I love it so far.
To
I feel like we're about to get into some like real, like they're about to open this song because if we're in the pocket right now. This beat for this, it's tasty. It's just the drums. The whole mix of this song is like so tasty, and it's like so groovy. I don't know. It's really nice, and I have to say that when they brought in the drums in the beginning was delicious. A great way to bring in the drums. And I love this like higher octave sort of solo. They're kind of following the same sort of riff throughout the thing, and they haven't really done anything like extreme to change it up. It's kind of still staying in this sort of pocket, but it's not boring. It's nice. We're just grooving along. I like it. I really, really like this like higher solo section. Very interesting thing that they did with the mix there. I can't tell if I like it or not, because they had coming right out of this sort of like jam chorus section, they bring it down and it's almost like you can hear it sink and like fade, and then they have these strings that are just like pocketing here, but I don't know, you can almost like barely hear them, and then you have the main like acoustic riff sort of here. It's just kind of an odd mix because the drums are definitely higher here than the strings, and then this like guitar part. It's just odd. It's very like trippy in a way. It definitely felt like they faded it, and it's like not a great. I like it, but it's a little disorienting. Ending riff had some warmth to it. I don't know what he was doing, but that was delicious. It was just a little bit, it felt like it was a little bit different than what he was doing tone-wise, so it was like such a nice way to end it. I really like their juicy stops too throughout this, and it's nice because they did, I'm assuming it's like a pre-chorus with these like little stops. and it's almost like they're holding them out. Like the first one's kind of like half a beat or so, whereas the other stop is definitely a noticeable like full beat stop. And when they did it this time, right before this like outro jam, oh, it was tasty. The whole thing cuts out, they stop, and then they bring it back in. And once they bring it back in, that's when they layer in more guitars and make that outro section just so big and juicy and I love it. I'm getting like Mastodon meets like kind of a Monomarth sort of vibes, but in like a really, really good way. And like I said earlier, this one's definitely just in the pocket, it feels. Oh, you're playing in Atlanta very soon. Nice. I could go to that show. I could. I live sort of close to Atlanta. Shall we look at these lyrics, my lovies? Let's see. Genius. So my rats are definitely eating hard shell pasta right now. So if you hear munching and then Spooner's licking himself, my pets are just like making so much noise. So there you go. Nothing about this song, huh? How many songs are on this record? Oh, just 10? Alright. Where did they record this? Sweden, of course. Swedes, man, I'm telling you. They have gifts. They have gifts. Tired of dull ages, I walk the same ground, collecting the tragedies still, hollow ambitions in a hollow mind. Carried my cross to the hill. Interesting way to rhyme that. Ground, mind, still, hill. And how I lust for the dance in the fire, deep of the nectarine sunset to drink. Spill me the wind and its fire to steal of the colors. I'm the Moonshield. Shattered hope became my guide and grief. Oh my God, why? And grief and pain, my friends, a brother packed in blood ink pen declared my silent end. Ooh, that's nice. That's juicy. Naked and dying underworlds of silent stone, reaching for the moon shield that once upon us shone. What do they mean by moon shield, I wonder? Some sort of like armor or light or something like that? I'm the moon shield. Alright. I don't know what that means, but your album cover's dope. Album cover's dope, and I really like that song. I definitely could hear myself like listening to that, or see myself listening to that in my car and like summertime. I don't know, good vibes, good like hang vibes, you know, in the pocket. I feel like that riff would get caught in my head too. Stuck in my head? I don't know. Words are hard today. They are. I just, you know, I'm trying the best that I can. You ever have those days where you just like are trying to formulate real sentences and your brain's like, nah fam, I'm not gonna do that today, you know? So the next song we're gonna sing God! The next song we are going to listen to is called Colony from the 1999 record Colony. Oh, it's just called The Jester Race. It's not called From the Jester Race. It's just The Jester Race. Got it. Also, this album cover for Colony looks really dope. Looks almost like something from Dying Fetus. Organ, huh? impressions. Oh, Bubba, this is a bop. This is a bop and a half. This beat, and these, like, the riff, it's so bouncy and so juicy. And the little, like, I don't know what you could call it. It's almost like a, I don't know. It's reminding me of Children of Bodom, but it's in the chorus, and it's like the part that's like, I don't know. It's not. It doesn't sound like it's a guitar lick, but it goes. It washes over you. The chorus. I don't know what that's called. If you know what that sound effect is in the chorus that washes over, please let me know because it's hurting my brain right now. But that is reminding me of Children of Bodom. Not getting as much like Mastodon vibes in this, but I really like. I like this song. This is bouncy. Where the other one was like in the pocket bop. This is like a jam bop, like booty shaking bop.
Biologically optimized, but with just impulse in the world.
Nice.
You found me working in my world. A partial to my life, a virtual drugstore, populated by the fathomless and unbearable.
That part.
Machine made apart, and an intimate relationship. Damn you, superior, more effective than all the preceding. Now we can know what you crave. Reality is torn. There is reason to forget. Now we can know what you crave. Reality is torn. There is reason to forget.
What the heck? What the heck? Bro. Fire. Fire. I literally didn't even want to turn it off. Like, that was fire. That might be one of my favorite songs I've listened to. Like, seriously. Dude, live, that would be nutty fun. That would be so fun. Oh, it's just the riff. I don't know. Oh, the riff is like catchy, and the way they layer it is fun. And this vocal that they're doing at the end reminds me a lot of Oh, who had it? I think Slayer had something like that with there's been a few artists that have had like sort of that like very forward kind of spoken word sections. I think Morbid Angel had a couple sections like that too. Maybe Iron Maiden did too. Either way, I really like it. It always reminds me of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But I liked the layering piece, especially in the end when they put it on top of this, like, oh, this riff. It's just the riff, and the beat is just absolutely relentless through this entire song. And it's fire. Fire. This is a banger. This is absolutely going in my favorites. I'm liking this thing right now. Oh my lord, girl, that is a bop and a half. Whoa! And that's your opening track too. Oh, Joy Division has a song called Colony, huh? Is this a cover then? Probably not, but you never know. All these artists are interconnected, I feel like. Let's see, what are we working with? Colony. 1999. Oh, so it's the fourth track. Still the title track. Anders Freden. Who is Anders? I'm assuming he would be vocalist. Okay, cool. Oh, he was also the vocalist for Dark Tranquility also. 1989. Which he joined short. So is he in both of these then? Oh, he left in 93. Okay, look at me. Just like vocalizing my whole thought process for you. Dang, girl. Okay. See, I'm telling you, they're all interconnected. It's all small world. In your world, the day is no threat. In my world, there is an absence of light. Genetic superior cell controlled by the fathomless and unbearable. A radical new form of plastic and rage, biologically optimized but with a strangling pulse. In your world, you find me worthy. In my world, I parachute my life. A virtual drugstore populated by the fathomless and unbearable. What are we talking about? Machine, meat, and blood, an intimate relationship, the new superior. More effective than all preceding. Interesting how they hold out on giving you the chorus for quite some time. When we can no longer cry and reality is torn, then it's easy to forget that the responsibility lies on us all. Wow, what an interesting song structure. This is very interesting. Verse 1, pre-chorus 1, skip going straight into the chorus, and just going right into verse 2. Then we get into a second pre-chorus, which has totally different lyrics than the first pre-chorus. Then we do the chorus twice, and then we have an outro. Interesting. I like it. It's not formulaic at all. In your world, the night is no threat. In my world, the darkness transforms to a vision of hell, populated by fathomless and unbearable. Interesting. Seems very futuristic. It's kind of giving me like, what is it, 1984 vibes? You know that? Know that book? That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. So far, The Colony stole my heart. I had a feeling that Moonshield was just going to be a really good warm-up, and I feel like it was. I feel like it was a great introduction for In Flames, honestly. I think it's hardcore raining outside of my house right now. So if you hear any like trees banging around or rain pattering the window, that's what it is. The weather report, I don't know about where you live, but the weather in my area has just been the weirdest thing. It's not consistent. They'll be like, oh, it's a torrential downpour, and it's like 20%, and then it doesn't do anything, you know. But then you get 20%, and then it does. Okay, next one is called Cloud Connected, and it's from the 2002 record Reroute to Remain. I'm getting Corn and I'm getting COB. And I think it's just the music videos also giving me those vibes. I love the like janky like video game sort of like camera angles that they're doing. I think it's really funny. But yeah, that's what I'm getting, especially with like the keys make me think of COB, and so does the chugging, but his voice. Wow. Hey, shh, it's okay. It's okay, baby girl. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, that was a big thing of thunder. All right, we're in it for the long haul, girl. Okay. So what was I saying? That's kind of scared me. I'm sorry. His vocals. Oh, she's gonna go cuddle with Spooner. She's scared. It sounds like Korn, little bit, just with his vocals, but. That being said, it's still bumpy and like in the pocket. Little corny. I feel like the other one was definitely a little bit more like something I would listen to. I feel like this one's kind of corny, but I'm liking it. I'm still liking it. It's still in the pocket for me.
Bring it down!
that ending riff, the ba ba na ba na ba na. You want to come up here, baby? She's a little scared. I think you're just. Oh God. Oh God. How much do you weigh? I mean, my good Lord. Oh. I got you, boy. I got you. Alright. Good. Alright. We have a Kodah. We have acquired a Kodah. No, I'm not abusing your sister. I just wanted to cuddle with her. She seemed like she was very frightened. You're not as small as you were. Ugh. Girl. Okay. We have a sweet little baby Kodah. She hates me right now. She's like, I don't want to be. I love you. Okay. So is this where they like changed their sound then? Because y'all said that they did. You know? Y'all said that their sound kind of evolved over time. And got, I don't know exactly, like, what, in your words, you can let me know down in the comments, like, how their sound evolved, because I'm not remembering off the top of my head, I just know it did. And I'm noticing a change. There's definitely a change, where, it's so interesting. I feel like, yeah, the keys, they added keys in this one. I don't know if they had it previously. I guess they had organs in the colony. This one's definitely more new metal-y sounding, I feel like. But what are your thoughts? Because that's what I'm getting. But still really catchy riffs. That's one thing that I'm noticing about In Flames is that they have a lot of like, juicy guitar riffs that are just like in the pocket. And there were certain areas in Cloud Connected where it was like, yeah, this is in the pocket. I wasn't crazy about the chorus though. I just felt like it was lackluster, honestly. Okay, will you move? Will you move? Thank you. Cloud Connected. In Flames. Here we go. Man, not a lot of people. Finally, something about them. So this was 2002. Yeah, so right when the Corny Boys were making some moves. In 2005, this album was ranked number 326 in Rock Hard Magazine's book of the 500 greatest rock and metal albums of all time. Interesting. This particular track showcases the heavy yet simultaneously ethereal atmosphere, which is a significant aspect of this album's aesthetic. Ethereal atmosphere? I didn't get that. I didn't get ethereal atmosphere in Cloud Connected, at least the title track. This is the title track, right? No. Just kidding. It's not the title track. But I didn't get ethereal. For some reason, I'm getting like new metal, Korn, COB, little bit of Slipknot, but interesting. It's got to be good though if it's like ranked in this 500 greatest rock albums. But do you agree with that? What is your opinion on this record, Reroute to Remain, 2002? Wow, this has a lot of songs too. 14. I think the music video is also giving me that look. That's also 2002, so like that was just the time period. Oh man. Comments. With every little glimpse. People like you live in a dream world, you despise the outside and you fear the next one. Completely skipping any sort of chorus, going right into verse 2. It's in your dream, there's just one question. Should I kill or should I be left behind? Sick and tired of all your complaints. This is the hour we bring it down. Then we go into chorus. I've come to realize With every little glimpse you fade, I was told that I could fly. Oh, when least expected, cloud connected. Ooh, that's kind of a bar, though. So with every little glimpse you fade, this is not approved, but it says, Anders is saying here that with each closer inspection of his loved one, he sees her flaws, imperfection, and evils. From that, the once bright angel he was blinded by becomes dull to look at and not so perfect in every way. Ooh. Flying could be a metaphor for anything you might dream of but never expect to actually do. However, in his time of least expecting his dream to be... However, in his time of least expecting his dream to become reality, he achieved some sort of epiphany. I just like this bar. Oh, when least expected, cloud connected. That's juicy. Time runs backwards and we're heading that way. They say once you're born, you start dying. We're all heading for the dirt sooner or later. It's hard to give a confident opinion on whether this ties into any larger narrative of the song, since the lyrics are somewhat intangible. I've come to realize with every little glimpse you fade. I was told that I could fly, but when least expected, cloud connected. Interesting. Could say like you fade, like this could also insinuate the sort of like we're all on the way to the dirt sooner or later type of thought. When least expected, cloud connected. I love that. That's a bar. I'm here for it. The next song we are going to listen to is called The Merest Truth from their 2008 record, A Sense of Purpose. So now we are over 10 years. We are exactly 12 years after Moonshield. So I'm super interested to hear what this is going to sound like, since Cloud Connected sounds super like nu metal-y. Oh my lord. Section. That's new. I'm assuming they probably had it in some of the previous records, but since this is the first song in our 5 that's had it, it's delicious, girl. I love when a band puts the double bass in a good spot, okay? And this is pretty good. This is still very nu metal. I don't know how I feel about this song. I'm gonna be honest. It's a big so far. I feel like the other one was a little catchier. This one, I haven't clicked with the riff yet. I haven't really heard a super, super catchy riff yet. It's solid right now.
The bleeding, waiting to see them. Feel the life that flies at the height of reason. We should live by our laws, call the swarm. Feed them another false wall. Without even trying. Let this night explode. Without even trying.
Another example of almost like turning the volume up. Whereas the previous song, Colony or Cloud Connected, one of those, where I talked about like how it sort of sank and it sounded like it faded. This one, it was like they kind of brought everything down before, you know, they were about to give us the final chorus. And then they just like turned the volume up on his like guitar solo. So it fades up. That was a really, really, that was nice. Scream at the end. I'm not digging it. Honestly. I think that this, I feel like this song doesn't know what it wants to be. Let me know what you think about this record that this is on, which is A Sense of Purpose from 2008. I feel like this song doesn't know what it wants to be, because I'm getting some like kind of Iron Maiden-esque guitar, just like kind of like classic good sounding guitar tone, but then it seems very like new metal, metalcore. I'm getting like Lamb of God, Slipknot, Korn again, a little bit of like COB, and it's kind of all over the place, and there wasn't a lot that like was super catchy in my opinion. I feel like the chorus fell flat. There wasn't a lot of like super heavy catchy riffs, and it wasn't really in the pocket. I think that honestly their Cloud Connected is definitely very new metal sounding to me, but I feel like it still has the bump and the catchy riffs and certain things that they were doing. Even though the chorus fell flat in that song, that I feel like had the bump that I wanted. This just kind of feels flat. It doesn't feel like it has the booty shaking bumps that I want, you know? But let me know what you think, because I'm definitely noticing a massive difference in their sound right now. And it's wild. This is crazy. Because I feel like Colony, that record is probably going to be my favorite if we deep dive further into that. Like, I genuinely believe that like Colony, that song has the sound that I'm looking for. So I'm interested to hear how the next song goes. Another big record. 12 songs. Still recording in Sweden. Alright. Alternative metal, see? They kind of lost the whole like melodic death metal. This just says alternative metal, heavy metal, and rock. So he still has like some screams, but it's very tame compared to the first two songs for sure. This spectacle, while I collapse, it's not a false alarm, the ashes settle in. I guess we are the insane as we ignore the mirror's truth. So the truth of like, I guess, looking at yourself in the mirror, looking at yourself. Should I join the feast? Should I acknowledge the leash? A future in captivity, I'm not who I'm supposed to be. Yeah, definitely noticing a lot more. So this has the same sort of formula as Cloud Colony 2. Verse 1, 2, going into chorus, going into verse 3, chorus, interlude, chorus, and then probably like a little outro thing. Without even trying, killing the last scene. Oh, let this night explode. Without even trying, find the exit sign and disappear. What are your thoughts? I'm curious to know what you think about this. Because this looks, I mean, for the time period when it was released, oh, this was '08 though. I feel like this is more like 90s, early 2000s. This cover. Yeah, I just feel like this song doesn't know what it wants to be. Because the album cover looks like it would be from like for 2002, like Cloud Connected sort of area, or like 99, that sort of thing. But it's like '08, which doesn't seem like a long time, but like, Lamb of God was releasing music around this time. Everybody was releasing music around this time. But it's just like, it's amazing how like, the sound changes. And it's not even that long. It's literally 6 years. But you think about the music that was created in 2002 versus the stuff that was created in like '08. And it's just, I feel like it's different. Just like how you would look at the music from '08 to like 2011, 2012, I feel like so many different like commercial festival bands came out in like 2011, 2012. Like you had Foster the People. Not that y'all probably listen to them, but like that is like a noticeable artist that I remember. And then you had Arcade Fire coming out. It was just a different sound for like more commercial like pop music. Not that it has anything to do with metal, but that's an example of something. All right. I think that was the weakest song that we've heard so far, in my honest opinion. Mirrors Truth. But that's okay, So we have one more, and I'm a little nervous now. From their 2011 album, Sounds of a Playground Fading, is the song Ropes. Now we're getting into that time period that I was just talking about. The sort of like festival sound. The Black Keys, that was another one too. Okay, so now they switched. I don't know whenever they switched to Century Media Records, but I know they were on Napalm for their first, or Nuclear Blast. They were on Nuclear Blast for like a few records, and then they switched to Century Media. So let's go ahead and check this song out.
Can we take before we gotta settle? Thought we were set for a perfect scene. Everyone is waiting for a failure, something that can please and justify the void within our lives. Everyone is waiting for something they cannot have. Why don't you drop your guard? I'm on my knees. You got the mindset of a killer, and it will not.
Oh, God. Dude. Just get rid of the vocals. And you have a perfect instrumental. Everything except for the vocals is working for me. The cleans are just not vibing with the instrumentals for this song. Oh, and it opened up so beautifully because the instrumental is this song does not sound anything like the last two we just heard. It's like more of their original sound, and it's beautifully mixed and mastered. It just has this like nice old school melodic death metal. Just, I don't know, it's beautiful. I love the riff. It has everything that they had encapsulated in the first two songs. It's his vocals. I don't know why they went with like super clean vocals. Oh, this would sound so dope with just straight screams like he had in the first song. If you disagree, let me know, but instrumentally, this is like fire.
I'll take you far. If I had the answer, would that make you stay? This is the time and place. It is your moment of fate. If this would be your last breath, would I change a thing? Dive head first into the fire. If you just let me, I'll find a way to ease your mind and for you to stay. And I will untie all the ropes. It's hard for me, but believe me, I'm trying. What are you longing for? What are you longing for? What are you longing for? If I had the answer, would that make you stay? This is the time and place. You are waiting for something you cannot have. If this would be your last breath, would that change a thing? Dive it first into the fire. If you just let me, I'll find a way to ease your mind and for you to stay. And I will untie all the ropes. It's hard for me. If you just let me, I'll find a way to ease your mind and for you to stay. And I will untie all the ropes. It's hard for me, believe me, I'm trying.
Biggest disappointment. Absolute biggest disappointing. Oh. They had such an opportunity with that riff, dude. It sounds like COB. It does. That beginning and outro riff, it sounds like COB. And it's like, it's the best. That riff is like what brought me into the song, but then you ruin it with your vocals, and then there's nothing else that regains the song. There's nothing else the guitar solo was alright. I felt like his tone was really good, but that's rough. That's rough pickings. What do you think? What are your thoughts? That beginning riff. I just want to hear more of that beginning riff. Okay, we're gonna play it one more time. Hold on. I just want to play this beginning. Oh. But see, like, imagine if, like, live they did that, okay? And they would have all the lights, like, during the all the lights, and then when it's not doing that, you would hear the solo and the stage would go black. Lights coming on. And imagine if he replaced these cleans with the same screams that he was doing in the first song, and even the second one, Colony. Something more fierce, if he had something more aggressive, it would bring the whole song together. I wish they would just taken that riff and like taken off of it. Okay? Ugh. Favorite song. Yeah, I just wish they messed it up though. I may not like In Flames that much anymore, but this song is really good. Ugh. Yeah, not a big fan of how the vocals sound now compared to how they used to, but I always love their guitar tones. Yeah. It's a shame he messed up his vocal cords. Oh dang. Oh, that's probably why he's not doing so many screams anymore. That makes sense. Oof, that's like my worst fear because I absolutely love my voice. And I don't, after hearing about Miley Cyrus and her vocal, God, there's so much hair everywhere. Go away. After hearing like Miley Cyrus's like vocal transformation, I know y'all don't care about her, but Bubba, you can't deny that she went from having a really pretty voice to sounding like 80-year-old Joan Jett, okay? And Joan Jett's got a rough voice, okay? Like Bubba. That's my fear. Okay? We want to have a pretty voice. Okay. Let's see what they've got. 2011. So Anders Frieden said in an interview with Songfacts, this song is about helping someone, being there for someone, and how important that is when you see your friends or your family go down. How that is hurting you, but at the same time, a lot of the people just don't want to take part in that and reach out with a helping hand because it would be too tough on them. Instead, you should quit your ego and start bringing this person up. Be there. The song is about how important that is. Interesting. How much can we take before we care to settle? Thought we were set for a perfect scene. Everyone is waiting for a failure. Something that can please and justify a void within our lives. Everyone is waiting for something they cannot have. Same sort of song format, too. Here's verse 2. Why don't you drop your guard? I'm on my knees for you. You got the mindset of a killer, and it will not take you far. If I had the answer, would that make you stay? This is the time and place. It is your moment of fate. Then they give us a pre-chorus. If this would be your last breath, would that change a thing? Dive headfirst into the fire. So here's where they put ropes. If you just let me, I'll find a way to ease your mind and for you to stay. And I will untie all the ropes. It's hard for me, but believe me, I'm trying. Oh, I love that though. Like knowing the concept behind it, it's really nice that like with what it is. What are you longing for? If I had the answer, would that make you stay? This is the time and place. You are waiting for something you cannot have. Interesting. Where did they record this one? It was also interesting to like hear his accent too. Still in Sweden with Century Media. All right. It's a shame that the vocals are so bad. They're not good. I don't like them in this song. I'm gonna keep it real. I wish that he had done like some sort of screams, but if his vocal cords were messed up during this recording, like during this time period of their career, then that makes sense. Then that, I can't fault him for that. Obviously, I'm a vocalist myself, so I get it, and it's like having to do, some people don't realize like how strenuous that is on your vocal cords. They're like, oh yeah, like they record it and then they, just do it live and they tour and stuff, but it's like it's so much more than that because you have to think about like these people like obviously write these songs. So you're looking at hours of like writing music, singing this stuff, and then practicing it with the band before you even like ever step foot in a studio. Sometimes you would like hash out songs in a studio if you have unlimited amounts of money and time, you can do that. But then you're also thinking about hours of those screams and hours of doing the same guitar riff, same bass riff, and like and just spending tons of time repeating the same thing before you even get a good recording. And then you like get your record out, But then you're like, if you're a touring band, then you're actually practicing for the tour, and then you do all the shows, and sometimes you'll do back-to-back shows over the course of like 2 nights. Think about how much that is, and then you do the entire process again after a short break. And that's all that it just seems hard already as like a, pop vocalist like Ariana Grande. That seems really hard, but as a like melodic death metal vocalist, like metal vocalist, to do the screams all the time is a lot. So I get it. You know, um, it's really cool though. I feel like In Flames. My final thoughts. Colony stole my heart. Moonshield warmed us up, got us buttery and warm, and Colony stole our hearts. And then it kind of went downhill from there. Cloud Connected was alright. It was a good little, like, new metal-y sounding bop. The other two were not sitting with me well. I'm salty about Ropes. If I haven't made that clear, I'm salty about it. However, I'm going to have to just keep going back to that song just for that riff. And I always feel like it's so disappointing when bands do that. When they give you something like so juicy that you really love, like one riff or one little vocal part or some melody of the song, but then the rest of it's kind of trash. That's how I feel about this song. I think The Mirror's Truth is the weakest one out of the 5. Colony is definitely the strongest for me. And I really, really love the sound of it. So I feel like I want to dive deeper into Colony. So let me know your thoughts on these records, and what you think about this band. Again, they have so much more in their discography. I mean, these boys released so many freaking albums. It's crazy. They're like Black Sabbath in that way. They have so many different albums, and their sound changed so much based on what y'all told me. So I'm definitely down to revisit In Flames and see how they developed. And I'm also very curious on what your thoughts are on In Flames and what you think about their sound, their development, their evolution. And a lot of you said old In Flames was better. So what happened? What changed? What's the tea? What's the story? And is it rooted on the fact that the singer lost his capabilities to do those screams? Is that kind of one of the reasons why their sound evolved and why not a lot of people dig the newer stuff? Let me know. Again, I don't know these things. That's why I ask you. So, excuse me. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please feel free to do so. I post weekly videos. Y'all know this. I would love to have you a part of the channel. We're growing every single day, and it's just getting bigger and bigger, and we're about to do some really fun, festive stuff for October, November, and December. So there's going to be some fun things going on, and you're going to want to be here for them, okay? I'm talking about our very first Moshtober, y'all. So stay tuned. And thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for being here and spending time with me today. I really, really do appreciate it. Give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on In Flames. And, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.